Saints were 0-2. Carolina's 2-0. So, of course, the Saints go into Carolina and whoop them up. Makes no sense.
This was one of the more surprising results.
So they just, lay out Carolina. They bounced back in a huge way after a very disappointing Week 1 and Week 2 performance. So, which version of the Saints are you buying? The ones that got blown out in the first 2 weeks, or this one that blew out the Panthers in Week 3?
Similar to the Raiders, I think the real team here is Week 1 and 2 New Orleans Saints. Again, the same way I wanted to focus on the Raiders offensively, the unit I want to focus on is the Saints defense. This is a team that created absolutely no turnovers against a Minnesota Vikings team that had their way with them Week 1. We knew the Patriots were going to go and Tom Brady was going to carve up the Saints defense, and he did exactly that. Now, all of a sudden, against Cam Newton, and I know Cam was missing his biggest red zone target in Greg Olsen, but Christian McCaffrey goes for 100 yards through the air. They just couldn't get anything going in the tune of points and leading those drives into the end zone. Cam actually had 2 fumbles that the Panthers recovered. They didn't lose either of those fumbles. Cam could have been responsible for 5 turnovers yesterday. We don't think of the Saints as a defensive team.
No.
We don't think of the Saints as a team that's going to generate turnovers and use those turnovers to score points. I think the Saints offense I always trust the Saints offense. They're always going to be able to score 21 or more points on just about anyone they play.
You got a Hall of Famer, number 9.
And the way he's got that synergy with Sean Payton and the way they call him up, they're always going to be able to score.
Yeah.
They're an explosive offense. But the way the defense played yesterday was what I think really sent ripples throughout the league. And I don't think that's sustainable for that Saints defense. But you never know. I think something's wrong with Cam, and I think this more might have had something to do with just what's going on with the Panthers than what's going on with the Saints. But I think we're looking at a Saints team that's going to struggle going forward and not exactly have the kind of effort they did yesterday.